Next, I went through all the Mission Impossible movies because the new one was coming out and I wanted to catch up. And I also have that box set. I have the box set, the 4K box set. You know what I mean? So I wanted to go through it, the original Mission Impossible. I was just kind of feeling it, and I just felt like maybe I would appreciate it more this time because I had never really liked this movie. This would be my third time seeing it, and I did like it more watching it again. And it was the first thing that I got to see after setting up my projector, which means that it was the first thing that I got to watch on my projector in like a year because when I was in my temporary living situation, I didn't get to have it up. Um, so it was just really, really nice to get to watch stuff on a projector again. And I did enjoy this more. And like Brian De Palma is a goat, you know, so that was cool. Mission Impossible 2, I think that this is the worst one. And that feels like it shouldn't be true because John Woo directed it. And like, it feels like that should have something, right? And I mean, it does have Limp Bizkit over the opening credits, which is admittedly very sick, but this movie's a mess. It's kind of a slog. It's just, it's not good. Yeah, it's not exactly novel to say that the plot in a Mission Impossible film is convoluted, but like there's usually stuff to make up for that, and like there just isn't a lot here. That was when Limp Bizkit could do no wrong. There is no point in their career where that hasn't been true. Limp Bizkit does not miss. Mission Impossible 3, I do remember really well because I really loved it. This was my favorite of the whole franchise. And when I watched this one, I was like, wait, are these movies good? Because like I hadn't been a fan of the first one and I wasn't a fan of the second one. And I was like, is this going to be a slog? Am I going to be able to make it through all this shit? But the third one, man, this movie kind of kicks ass. Philip Seymour Hoffman really is the main reason for that. But who's the director on this? J.J. Abrams? Yeah, he did a great job. Like this movie straight up kicks ass. Like I think that that rating is too low. I don't know. I really really like this movie. It's got one of the best cold opens I think I've seen in any movie. Like the tension is at like a fucking 10 like immediately. Um I don't know, like it just does such a good job like selling you this on the film itself. Like when it starts you're like, "Oh shit. Like we're really fucking doing this." And the performances are so good and like the tension just gets ramped up so well. Um yeah, this movie's very Hitchcock actually, now that I'm thinking about that. I don't know, I just thought that the plot was really really riveting. I thought that the characters were really well done. Thought the stakes were good and like appropriate, and I think Philip Seymour Hoffman is the best villain that this franchise has had by like a lot. Like it's not close to me. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This one's a fucking blast, dude. I like this one a lot. It's directed by Brad Bird, which is interesting because I'm not sure. Like, yeah, dude, the fucking action, like the stunt sequences in this are insane. Yeah, I don't know what about this filmography made the studio think like, yeah, you could do a big spectacle live action type of deal, but they did and they were correct. So I guess good for them. Good for him. Good for everyone. Good for us, the viewers, because it's good. You know, the Mission Impossible films are always at a sort of tension where, like, you have the spectacle set pieces and then you have the story itself. Um, and I think it really relies on those set pieces. Like, they have to be good enough. And, like, the story is sort of like the whole thing is kind of a MacGuffin almost. Like, it's all just an excuse to stitch together these fucking crazy stunts, right? And this one, I think the plot was lacking enough, like just enough, such that I didn't super, I didn't like give it that full 8 out of 10. Uh, but I didn't. I mean, I don't think I gave that high of a rating to too many of the entries in this franchise. I guess we'll find out together. So far, we're at one. Next is Rogue Nation. I gotta be honest, I don't remember much about this one. Um, yeah, it's all Mission Impossible from here, bro. Like, Mission Rogue Nation and Fallout, I confuse these two a lot. They just are both like not that great to me. Um, and I think they get a little too reactionary in their politics because, like, again, another maybe flaw of this franchise is that they are, yeah, you know, It's very like CIA propaganda type shit, right? And like the CIA, I hope we can all agree in this space here together. Agree. The CIA is not the best institution out there. Not great, right? So, there's that. But I think in one of these, it just gets so ridiculous where it's like, it says that somebody's like an anarchist, like the big villain, like their big thing to like make you afraid of him is that he's an anarchist. And it's like, fucking, dude, the anarchists that I know are out like giving free food and like arguing with each other about voting and shit. They're not like creating huge fucking mastermind plans to ruin the world and shit. Like that's not really anything I've experienced. That part just really made me laugh out loud and like felt a little bit too reactionary. Fallout in particular, I think, are considered to be like real highlights in the franchise, but to me, they're okay. Dead Reckoning, I did really like this. I think it has a really great pace to it. I think it does the tension really well. It's just really, really well made. It's just like these movies are long too, so it does matter how entertaining they are. And this one was like mad entertaining to me. And yeah, they just keep getting more expensive and more absurd. And like, the spectacles in this one are pretty fucking insane and entertaining as well. It's a lot of setup, because there's a part two, Dead Reckoning, and then the Final Reckoning, and then before them they were like the fucking, it was like Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2 or whatever. I don't know. I really like Dead Reckoning a lot, actually. The Final Reckoning, despite the fact that the plot is fairly ludicrous, I don't know, man. I think it just really felt like the culmination of all the like watching that I had been doing, and like I just really got to know these characters and maybe even care about them a little bit by this point. And I don't know. Again, the set pieces are just insane in this one, and this was the one that I got to experience in IMAX, and these other ones I just got to watch at home. It was just really, I don't know, it just felt like the perfect send off, perfect cap to this franchise, like flaws and all, right? I said, I don't know what to say, dude. This shit whips so hard in IMAX, it made me cry at the end. BRB joining the FBI and the military, saluting emoji, American flag emoji, bald eagle emoji. Yeah, like they really have gotten to the point of absurdity where like the stakes are so high that this really is like a project sort of reinforcing the idea that Tom Cruise is actually a god amongst men. He is God on Earth, and I gotta say, part of me believes it. Watching this shit, I'm like, you know what? He is saving cinema. He's out here. He's out here risking his goddamn life to get you in the fucking, to get your ass in the fucking seats. The goddamn movies, right? And yeah, I don't know, man. The ending, it really did make me cry. I was sitting there fucking crying to fucking CIA propaganda. It's goddamn fucking embarrassing. Like, but that's where we were at. I just really enjoyed going through this whole franchise in general. And like the thing is, I famously hate spy films. I don't like them. But I like these movies. I don't know what to say. I'd like to take a moment to thank our newest patrons, 9 Volt Digital Cinema, Richard Chataway, Erica, Bart DeRoysart, and Mallory. I'd also like to thank our accomplices Anthony Listro, The Boogeyman's Closet, Chris Haskell, Dana Jordan Rothschild, The Disconnected, Dr. Jeff Butcher, Dustin Putman, George Strang, Nosferatu 1334, Possessed Washing Machine, S. Butler, and Stephen Perkins. If you'd like to be counted amongst their ranks, the link is in the description.